Hi and welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a while since I've done a long form video where I'm sitting down and talking. But yeah, finally I am back. So, anyways, I started vlogging a lot recently. I have always wanted to vlog, but then because I used to not go out a lot and most of my days looked almost the same, I was like, what is even there to vlog? Then I saw a lot of YouTubers who make their everyday normal boring routine looks so good, so I thought, why not? I've been vlogging a lot recently and I've been focusing on content a lot recently, and sometimes it's very heartbreaking to see the numbers not increase the way I wanted to. Sometimes it's like I put my heart and soul into content creation, into YouTube, into editing, into scripting and everything, and it just doesn't shoot up. Like what the hell. But nevertheless, I am very grateful to have such a good house, firstly, like a house which is so aesthetic, to be able to record videos and also to be able to do content creation along with my work. So it is December and 2025 is almost going to end, and it feels so surreal because it just feels like 2025 just started and I have no idea where the year just passed by. Because I just remember when the year started, I was feeling so hopeful about life. Like the year 2025 seemed so freaking hopeful for me in terms of everything, in terms of my career, relationships, travel. But the year has been a mess for me. Like it has been a total mess. And not just for me, I feel like a lot of my friends and a lot of influencers that I follow have been telling that this year has been the worst for them. And I'm like, is this a universal thing or what? This year started off itself with a massive heartbreak that itself went on for months and months together, and a lot of stuff, changes in my job, issues in family, and all these stuff which is you something you can deal with. But when you're in that situation, it seems like the world is going to end. And that's how I felt for almost all 12 months of this year. Like despite the hardships that I faced, I feel like I've grown into such a strong person. Like, I'm not there yet, but compared to the person that I was last year, I feel like the person that I am today is a lot more mature, is a lot more stronger, and so much more capable of dealing with hard things on her own. And thanks to all the traumatic stuff that I dealt with this year, it made me into a better person. So that is a win this year. And also, I took my first solo trip this year. Finally, I've been dreaming of taking a solo trip since forever. And I initially wanted to go to Spiti, which is near Himachal. And it is so beautiful. I decided the agency that I'm going with, and everything was decided. Only my parents' permission was left. And unfortunately, they did not allow me. So I had to wait for a few more months, and then I went to Gokarna. I was like, okay, if not Spiti, let me start with something small, but let me at least start. So I went to Spiti this year, so that at least something good happened. But man, I have no idea how fast time is flying by, because I just remember it feels like yesterday when I made the video when I just turned 23, and I made a video of how I felt after turning 23. And right now it's been 2 months since I turned 24. Like, what the hell? You know, time is just flying by. And for the first time in my life, I honestly felt like if you don't count your blessings, if you don't count your days, if you don't try to live almost every day as much as possible, the time will pass by you. And before you know it, you're going to look back and it's going to be a year, it's going to be 2 years, it's going to be 3 years. Time is just going to fly by you, especially after you. I honestly feel like, especially after you hit 23, 24, you don't know how the time will fly. My biggest fear is that what if I just spend all of my 20s maybe in my room, not doing anything, just living in my head most of the times, and not being able to explore the world and try out new experiences and all of that. That's the one fear that I have. So if you're someone who's watching and you're in your early 20s, late 20s, 30s, whatever it is, just try to live your life, because time is fucking passing by. Like, I'm not even kidding. That's why it's so important to take up any opportunity that comes to you. If it's the right one, great. If it's not the right one, you learn something out of it, right? So my days have usually been mostly at home, and I do my work, I shoot content, I read a book, I journal, I plan, and it's a loop that keeps continuing. And I'm so excited for Stranger Things to come. I just finished watching season 1 and I started watching season 2 of Stranger Things again. I loved the season 5 so much that I couldn't wait for the season 5 volume 2 to come. So I went back and started watching season 1 again. And wow, what a show. Like really. I remember I watched Stranger Things when I was in college. It was during COVID and I didn't have anything to do, so I started watching series. So that's when I found out Stranger Things. And I remember me and my brother used to sit every evening. It used to be like a routine. We used to sit and watch Stranger Things. Sometimes I feel like, I miss the good old days, but it's okay. Sometimes I just don't like adulting. I don't know why. And my definition of hating adulting is very different from the normal one. I don't like adulting because there are a lot of responsibilities and all of that. Yes, it is, those are also considered. But my version is that I am sometimes such a lazy person. Like, I procrastinate so much. Like, you have no idea. So, I'll plan all of these things, like, I have to do this, I have to do that. But when it comes to finally implementing them, I don't really do the entire thing as a whole. And they say, no, when you waste your own potential, you get irritated because you are capable of doing so much more, but you're not reaching that. So, because of that, because the fact that despite being capable, you're not able to reach it because of your laziness, you get irritated. And that is the situation that I am in right now. I know for a fact that if I put in a little more work, if I put in a little more extra hours, if I just work a little more harder, I would be in such a better place. But sometimes it just I just don't know, like, I don't know why I procrastinate a lot. And it's not just procrastination, it's also fear. Like, fear of getting out of my comfort zone, fear of change, fear of being in discomfort. Most of the times, every time I plan and every time I start executing, every time I am one step closer to a bigger change in my life, I step back because I am too scared. That's the one loop that I keep going again and again. Because when you start regretting, that, oh my god, I didn't do this, oh my god, I didn't do that, it's a loop that runs in your head and it never stops until you do something so much better than your regret, that regret goes away. And I still haven't done anything that great in life for me, for my regret to really leave me. So once in a while that loop keeps coming back. But I feel like I'm much better today compared to who I was last year when I kept spiraling because I am too scared of change and I'm too scared of leaving my comfort zone that I just take a step back and postpone taking a decision. And I've been in that spiral for the past 1.5 months. And I don't know. I feel very helpless right now, honestly. I give out a lot of motivational talk on Instagram, and I truly believe in that. I truly believe what I say. But sometimes when it comes to executing my own advice, you know I lack at it. And I feel like sometimes that's such a shame. So that's why I recently stopped posting motivational reels on Instagram. Because, like, if I'm myself, I'm not following, then what's the point in giving that advice to others? Even if that advice is right, what's the point if I myself don't follow it most of the times? So that is one thing, that's one spiral that has been going in my life. And with the year coming to an end, I am so scared of the new year starting because I feel like I'm not prepared for the new year to start. Like, I want 2026 to be so perfect. Like, I want to be so dedicated and so hardworking, but I feel like I've not reached that stage yet to completely lock in. So I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, like what do I do right now? And that's the thing, when you get into that freeze stage of your life where you are not able to move backwards but you're too scared to move forwards, that's the stage where least growth happens. And I know all of this, but I still am in the same place because of fear. And that's the one thing that I want to change in 2026. Like, I'm already preparing for it right now. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone every now and then. A few to tell, I started waking up a little more earlier. I started sleeping early just so that I can wake up early. Usually I wake up at 9:30. Today I woke up at 7:30. Usually I sleep at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Yesterday I slept by 12. So it's just these small changes. And also during the afternoon, right after my lunch, I feel so sleepy that I just close all my work and I sleep for an hour. So today I didn't do that because I didn't want to sleep late in the night. It's been so long since I danced as well. So I started dancing instead. So that dance gave me energy and made my sleep go away. So it's these small things that I'm doing to get my old self back, to push the laziness away, and to finally be ready for 2026. So yeah, so that's how adulting has been treating me. Like, I have no idea what this video was about. Like, I just started with something and I am ending with something, but um I feel that's how adulting is also, very confusing. You don't know where it starts, you don't know where it ends, but you just keep going despite that. That's how it is right now. So yeah, so things are just going on, and I am just a very confused adult who's just trying to cope up with life and who's trying to better herself every single day. And that is exactly what I'm going to share it with you as well. So if you are also an adult who's watching this video, please, this is a kind and a gentle reminder that don't be too hard on yourself, because that is not going to help at all. Maybe sometimes, not all the times. So if you're watching this video, this might be your sign to take things a little more slowly and take things in a more planned manner rather than just rushing everything just because you think you're too late for something. That doesn't really make sense, because everything will happen at the right time. If it's meant to be, things will happen for you, that is for sure. So yeah, this was just a small rant session that I wanted to do. So yeah, so if you're watching this video and if you found something relatable, I feel sorry for you, but we got this. So if you did enjoy watching this video, do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more.